Greetings, my fellow brain surgeons. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, the first Wendigo. Episode 101, Scar Collector. Kath needs death rest. Okay. And Dolish went berserk. Dolish, your genome's about to get ended, so let's see if you even survive for your next donation. Because you're alive. Barely. Holy moly, you got smacked. Kath, if you need to go nighty-night, this seems like a pretty reasonable place for a nighty-night casket. Yeah, Legendary is like around 40. I mean, obviously, DPS is actually determined by the skill of the brawler, their traits, their health conditions, and stuff like that, so... there are other factors. You know, if you're very fast moving and you have high manipulation, your DPS is going to go even higher. But the TLDR is, yeah, Persona monoswords are unparalleled. I mean, even I would say if you're going up against, like, let's say a centipede, a Zeus hammer is really useful, but you can only stun them once, right? So if you're actually trying to tear down a centipede from full health to 0, I might still prefer the monosword. Because the monosword's going to cut that centipede in half way faster than even the stun additional for a Zeus hammer. You know what I mean? So I would say, like, even in situations where a Zeus hammer is useful, like against mechs, I still might prefer the monosword because the monosword's going to get them dead faster. The only case that isn't the case is when you're more likely to kill the mech in the duration of the stun. And that situation would be... Oh, you can't even death rest because you're a slave. That's right. You're just going to be miserable for life. I forgot about that. Is that casket nicer than Wendy's? It is. Hey, Wendy, guess what? You just made yourself a new casket. So in the case where, like, you have a monosword or a Zeus hammer and you're fighting, like, a pikeman or a lancer or a tesseron, or a legionary or something like that, yeah, fine. Then take the Zeus hammer because that's a very special case where the Zeus hammer is going to be better because because you're going to kill it within the duration of the stun. And Orange Chaos is back. Like nothing ever happened. So you're a low hemogen and you're going to need death rest. That's funny. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Legendary Monosword is 27 DPS and 148 AP. Then add melee genes and everything else, and yeah. I would go so far as to say, once all calculated, like when you have a really souped up meleeer with a legendary sword like that, they're probably going to, like, 1 or 2 shot everything. Like, more or less nothing's going to survive the initial hit or 2. That's how ridiculous it becomes. So you have your body strap and slave collar. You have your body strap and slave collar. It's T-Saying that doesn't have a body strap. So, wake up from your nap. And now all the slaves are in full suppression gear. I just need to do a blood sacrifice. So... as soon as 88 Jack is up from coma, I will kill off Dolish, who just gave me another reason to die, which is that he's misbehaving. All right. In the future, these slave collars are going to be made with T-Saying, straps are going to be made with T-Saying. There's a special level of cruelty of T-Saying having to make his own collar and strap, in my opinion. It's like self-flagellation or something. Title requires bedroom. Oh, yeah. How'd you lose your bedroom? How'd that happen? That's weird. Yeah, this is so weird. I don't understand why. I mean, I know that you can equip beer bottles as a weapon, but it's so strange to me that being around beer bottles causes slaves to go, you know what? That's a weapon, and I can bash master. It's like, come on, it's just a beer bottle. It's not any different than being around, like, a hunk of slag, right? It's so... That's one thing I would change about RimWorld for sure, is to stop counting beer bottles as weapons, so that slaves don't have to be, you know, away from beer bottles. Wood used to be like that, and then it changed. Wood no longer counts, as I can prove here, putting Cath next to the wood. Unless I'm wrong about that. I'm pretty sure. Wood is no longer. Yeah, see. Wood is no longer considered a weapon, even though you can equip it. Beer is just unique, where it makes them rebellious. Come on, Apocriton, any day now. We're actually getting a sizable chunk of tossed waste packs, so all the more reason for the Apocriton to show up. I think it's because of all the regestation of dead mechs. So once Duelish can move again. Actually, there's no reason to pick Duelish over Wicked. So I'll just run the public execution now. Kill Wicked. Oh, actually, Wicked, you've been implanted with Gene. Never mind. I can't cancel that. Wicked already is pacified and can't rebel. Duelish can still rebel, so I'm choosing Duelish instead. The casket should be assigned like a slave bed. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Still, I don't care about death rest exhaustion. Cath can bite me. Not literally, because I'm a vampire and she can't bite me, but if it makes her miserable, like, Wendy don't care. Shouldn't even bothered to make it in the first place. A cold snap. Alright. It's a cold snap in summer, it doesn't really matter. Alright, here we go. Just make sure that the slaves attend. Oh, Cactus, you're gonna make it in time? Alright, Cactus, I'm gonna have all the slaves just like stand here, waiting for the thing. Because I don't want Cactus to miss it. And Jack is up. I guess it's good that I waited. Alright, now it looks like Cactus is ready. You went berserk, and for that, you die. It was spectacular. Nice. So, maxed, I'm sure. 6.1 years. Dang. And Cath, what are you at? 9 years. 9 years slave rebellion. Almost 10 years a slave, right? That is effective. Quite effective. High mood, low mobility, and behind walls. The perfect recipe for suppression. Can you put beer in a room and restrict it so slaves won't go in. Yeah, or it could just be a room that is not frequently not frequented by slaves. So like this room, this throw room, slaves don't go in here. So I don't have to zone restrict them because there's not... They only have a temporary boost to their rebellion around the weapon, and as soon as they leave the area of the weapon, that modifier disappears. So if it's a room that isn't commonly frequented by slaves, you don't really even need to restrict them from it. So it does, you know, it's a non-factor. All right, here we go. Apocriton's finally here. It's Apocriton with a lot of junk. Wendy is going to top up her blood and start wreaking havoc over there. It is a cold snap. You know, I might have Wendy try to aerodrone... No, that's not cooldown. Because there's enough passive fire from this... Actually, no, this group doesn't do a lot of passive fire. The only person with a passive fire would be the Apocriton. So yeah, there's not a lot of threat to Wendy here, as long as she doesn't get hit by stray bullets. But what I am going to want to do is to put mechs and everybody else behind the walls, because they'll get murdered. I think I will call the Jan squad in, just as a... just as like cannon fodder, so that Wendy doesn't have a chance to catch a stray. And then that also allows her to do some other useful things, like do a big berserk to try to mess up the mechs and whittle their numbers down more significantly. Because I want to burn all the Apocriton charges so that the, you know, I can isolate the War Queen and take her out. Operation Meat Shield. Yeah, I mean, there's no chance of them surviving. I just don't want to get shot at. Nope, and that bullet looks like it's coming my way. Ow. Yep, I got hit. Hit in the neck. The exact spot that you wouldn't want a vampire to get hit, because their neck is the most vulnerable. So what's interesting about this raid... Okay, I already used up a whole bunch of charges. What's interesting about this raid is there's so much cannon fodder. There's a really intense amount of cannon fodder. Mechs to the fight zone. Now this time I happen to have a Diabolus. And a Diabolus is really good at killing cannon fodder. Like, extraordinarily good. So, if I play my cards right, I can just super nuke a whole bunch of the war urchins or whatever else and negate the threat. So Marauder, I'm gonna have you be over here because I'm gonna treat your Hellsphere cannon as kind of like a uranium slug turret because it, you know, in effect is sort of a similar type of thing. And Wendy's looking for an opportunity to sow more chaos. Can I get a good pulse in? If I get a good pulse in, I would want someone running interference, like this centipede. Here we go. Yep, perfect, perfect, perfect. Alright, how many pulses does the Apocriton have? 19? So I'm burning through its charges. Oh, but I'm getting shot by a Lancer. That Berserk did not last very long. Nope, tinked. Armor took it. Alright. That's all the chaos I have heat for. The Apocriton's charges are at what? 12 and diminishing. It's bringing back the Tunneler, so that's going to be a few charges. Yeah, so I've worn it down. All right, let's go top up the blood and get ready for the raid. So 7 charges left, and I think it's going for the blaster. Cool. So it's going to have basically no charges. All right, so the let's get some of these mechs are actually really positioned wrong. What are you? Oh, you're shooting at the hair. That had me freaked, like I was being targeted. So here's the train. I don't know how many, how much steel the War Queen has left. But I think that... Well, actually, Lo, you're the doctor. How about you go get Theosia or whatever their name is? What is your... You're gonna get really cold, though. And I don't have parkas. Well, whatever. I think you'll be fine for the brief time you're outside. Oh, that's a really terrible time for breachers. But they might run into the mechs, so I'm gonna go dip. I'm sure they're gonna rip up this wall, but they're gonna run into the mechs and hopefully fight one another. So let's get out of the way. So then my fighters, all of my humans, all of my mechs are gonna be undrafted and go. Marauder, you're gonna stay here because there might be a chance to like nuke these breachers. But all the people should be bunkered because I can't really account for wall breaches now. I don't want people going outside because there's a lot of danger outside. Mr. Ron, thank you for the resub. Yep, here they come with their grenades. And hopefully they run into one another. The other thing that I could do, wow, she's already healed from that way, neck wound, Jesus, is to try to close that door. So she's gonna whiz by and slam that shut so that they're sort of forced to fight one another. You guys go back to the kill box. And then I'll just look for a chance to use the Diabolus well, like getting a charge shot on that breach raid would be awesome. Who's your commander? Your commander is Mass. So Mass, come over here so I can issue movement orders outside the walls. You have remote shield, so try to remote shield it. And then, when do you close this door? Perfect. Kiss me back. Thank you for the resub as well. No, I don't think it's going to be possible to remote shield here. Oh, that was pretty good. Let's do a fire blast. Mass, you stay there. Get away from me. Try another long shot. Oh, Mass got struck. Oh, that was delicious. I figured that the breach raid was going to be the raid to... Oh, this is broken. It's going to be the raid to check, because I was assuming that the breach raid was going to be more dangerous than the mechs. And the breach raid is also not going to wait for the mechs, which is kind of the larger issue. Ouch. You're getting nuked. So I'm going to see if I can't have Marauder break line of sight here. But they are starting to fight one another, so the more I can disengage, the better. So Wendy, you're down here, making sure that door doesn't fail. Okay. Wendy is going to go join and mess with these breachers with psycasts in a second. While Marauder keeps the door shut-ish. This is why I went bunker, because I can't account for where they're coming in. Wendy out. Low is coming to go tend to you. 5 hours, that's fine. I think the closest enemy is not too close. That looked glorious. It's really too bad that I can't blink you away, and your fire burst is on cooldown, so I can't get you away. But I have Marauder sitting in a choke point in such a way that only one knifer can hit him at a time, which is fine, because there's a low shield pack here, so it actually worked to my advantage. And if I can get Fire Burst back, I can keep him from expiring. Keep him shielded and all that. So here comes the Apocriton. I just don't want the Apocriton's corpse to burn up, or the War Queen's for that matter, because I want those chips. But after this shot, I'll fire. Oh, that splashback. Okay, Fire Burst. Back him up. And then Wendy's in play now. Let's jump. Alright, Mask, get out of there. Marauder, try to back out, because I'm pretty sure the those guys are going down. Now, the only other worry that I have here is, and I'll turn these on, is hypothetically, they can come in through this empty gap now and bash my slug turrets, and I don't really want that to happen. So I'm going to turn the slug turrets on to start to whittle down the enemies. And I'm just selectively berserking ones I think will be effective. Okay, so the mech is down, but that was to be expected. I'll be able to resurrect. Okay, pigskins are fleeing. Wendy, that's a new injury. Just tend without medicine, you'll be fine. I would like to try to capture some pigskins, but I think it's really unlikely that they're going to be pigskins that I can capture that are going to be alive. But I'll try, because these guys are going to bash the doors, like the gonks that they are. So now Wendy just has to slow down the mechs so that the slugs can do their job. Slugging the blasters down. Isolating and exterminating. Who do I want to try and capture? I mean, your name is Pancetta as a pigskin? That's real unfortunate. Female, come on. Female. Chewy. Was it Chewy? Yeah, Chewy. You. Chewy, get over here. Try to melee. These turrets are holding up, so I'll leave them on. You died. Oh, you're down. You are female, you're 35. That's appropriate. 10 nomads. Who is better doctoring? Medical 3, medical 4. So, medical 4... Tend. Are you just gonna rip Chewy's head off? Maybe. Yep. That's fine. Kind of figured that was gonna be the case. Alright, so there are some war urchins making into the base. Got it. Checking in on the slug turret HP. All of them are doing just fine. Kish, you should be bunkered. Oh, you're using real meds? Yikes. Expensive. Oh, whatever. There. Alright, Bryzit and Mass, come on down here. Mass, go the long way. You'll get shot otherwise. So now we just have a bunch of war urchins which only have a certain finite amount of time to live. And tunnelers, because all the other big ones are just fighting the slug turrets. And the slug turrets' HPs are fine because the barricades are doing what they need to do. So what I think I'm going to do here is leave this door open purposefully and have this be a melee choke point to eradicate the brawlers coming in. What's hissing? Frag grenade? Oh, that's fine. Alright, Frosty, you're done. Violet, actually all mechs go bunker up. So bunker, 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 bunker. Bunker is basically like hide behind the walls. Alright, I'm running out of uranium here. But I think a steelless war urchin, or a steelless war queen and a no-res Apocriton doesn't really pose a lot of threat. So it's just a bunch of tunnelers now. So they enter and they just get smushed. I'm not even using my mechs, because I don't really need to. As you can see. Alright, turn off. Oh, these war urchins are... Yeah, let's turn all these off. These war urchins are closing the gap. They might actually start bashing the turrets, and that'd be annoying, and then I'm going to have to go do something about that. So I'm going to get on the offensive then. The only ranged units that I really have to worry about are 2 Lancers, and I can easily isolate them with my melee. Is Low back inside the walls? No. Where the heck did that... I think they just got up and left. I was medically tending them, but they're gone. Alright, you got Power Cloud pretty bad. No, don't shoot Wendy. In fact, oh, you just lost an eye. Here, deploy. Okay, cool. Lancers, right? That's what I said. So here's 1 Lancer. Stay in the bubble. Yeah, alright, there goes uranium turrets. I figured that was going to be the case. Then... Combat delivery system. Oh, I didn't realize the centipedes were close. So I'm going to go send the centipedes back a bit, so I have more time. Divide and conquer, you know? This is the War Queen. Where'd the Apocriton go? Is it dead? No, it's up. Its weapon isn't very strong. Apocriton's strength is in their resurrection, not their actual combat prowess. Alright, so there's the chip. Once the Apocriton goes down, the centipedes are going to get stunned. So hopefully I time it in such a way that it works out where we down the Apocriton and then stun the centipedes, so that the centipedes are really easy to kill. So let's use focus on the brawlers. Oh, there it goes. And they're stunned. Close the distance. Alright, low, you are coming back into the warmth. The bleed timers on my own people are pretty insignificant. I do need a new eyeball, but like, whatever. So, brawlers. Actually, one to each, so that the centipedes can never shoot. And then line our shooters up. That was easy. So very easy. And done. I believe that's all the enemies on the map tile. Nope, there's a tunneler left. A very, very, very slow tunneler. Wendy, in the meantime, let's tend our wounded. I should have tended mass first. The war urchins are gone. They only have 8 hours to live, so they do as much damage as they can do in 8 hours, and then they just cease to exist. Which is not much of an issue for me. Make room for my new waste pack. Alright, let's go tunnel hunting. And then I need to capture you. So low, capture pointer. Or, yeah, pointer. That was an area unallowed bunker. I haven't updated the bunker zone in a while. There you go. Updated. Since there's only one enemy left, I'm going to reset zones. We're taking out the last enemy tunneler now. It's gone. I think it just got brained. No, just went down the good old-fashioned way. And there we go. Apocriton hunted. And I'm gonna finish up by just by making a, what does Mass have? Remote. I want to regestate obviously the Daedalus, and then also make another remote shielder. And that will be my end condition. Not bad. That was like crazy busy. Didn't even use my own mechs. I used some of them, I guess. The Diabolus was very effective. Low's already patching you up. If your arm and leg are burned off, you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually just going to amputate your other leg. Because then you can't move, and I don't even need to pacify you. Because you'll be immobilized. Perfect. Immobilized pointer. Cool. So definitely some repairs to be had. We did lose a slug, but they were super effective. They shred their line, which was great. So that's our mech, and I want Mass to... Wow. Missing. I don't know why I'm not able to resurrect. Pods arrived. I think this is from the 4-year-old refugee. A uranium longsword. Thank you, 4-year-old refugee, for giving me a uranium longsword at a value of 1,000. You're just so kind. Oh, refugees, you're so weird. So it's, I'm missing a corpse. How am I missing a corpse? It's right here. Oh, Ultra. Duh. It's not a heavy, it's an Ultra. And Brazit's hosting a concert. Do you want to know how he got his sword? Probably the same way Wendy gets all of her stuff. Through the very environmentally conscious recycling of gear. That's, I think, how I would describe how Wendy gets her loot. It's just conscientious recycling. Same with organs and everything else. How long's Ultra recycle? 21 hours to get Marauder back because of the gestation bonuses and everything. That's why I wanted the all of my combat mechs to be under one Mechanitor, and that Mechanitor to have mech gestation processors, so that it's so inconsequential when I lose mechs, because it's just like, all right, have them back, no problem. It would have been longer had I not had the some of the advantages that I have, but still, it's pretty awesome. And the perimeter walls are almost already built back up. So what did I say? I wanted the atomizer before I ended, and then I also wanted the remote shielder. That's right. So let's try to get the remote shielder before I finish. Oh, I think it's done too. It's right here. So let's upgrade to level 2 after this concert. And maybe just, like, make sure that we have a perimeter wall, because, yeah, that's nice to have. Rise it. You suck on the piano, just get off. When he's very close to... Oh, and Mass is berserked. Yeah, see, you suck so badly, you've pissed him off into a berserk. But, oh, that didn't help. Don't shoot at him. Concert's canceled. Yeah. How do I deal with your berserk? I could stun you, but that's not really going to be all that helpful. Low, don't fire at will. I don't need a doomsday launcher going off at my base. Psychic shock lance? Maybe? Oh, really? You punched my mechs? So the thing with the psychic shock lance is sometimes it can scar your brain, but Mass already has a scarred brain. So, like, you know, oh well, you've got more scars to your brain. Yep, you got 2 scars to your brain now. Sorry, kiddo. But, you know, you do the crime, you suffer the brain damage. Doesn't rhyme, but that's what happens. So, so that Luciferium has to work a little overtime. Also, Luciferium need is unmet. I think that's why he went berserk. Sorry. Which is dumb, because you were on Luciferium scheduling, as I'm very certain I put you on. And my Luciferium scheduling says, take every 6 days. So you, essentially, in that battle, disregarded your Luciferium scheduling and decided to just try to murder people. Copy that. Let me administer it before you die, because, you know, you're set to die. You're not even carrying it in your own pockets? Man, you really are like a monkey who has learned how to control robots. Now, this is how you take drugs. With your mouth. Got it? Stupid. Stupid. Who is the oldest member? The oldest member mean like in terms of biological age or in terms of chronological age? Or in terms of join date? There are so many different ways to interpret that. You're going to have to specify. Chronologically? Well, then Wendy might not even be the oldest. I haven't even checked. Cactus is older than Wendy. By a year. Well, chronologically, that's a bit different. Cactus is way older than Wendy chronologically. Well, Mass is on her feet with very little percent of her brain working here. I think, actually, if you... I could be incorrect about this, but I think if the neural supercharge wears off, you become like a potato. You're basically just a neural supercharged potato at this point. And this is why I use Luciferium. To fix the issues like this. Alright, this stupid person's body has got to move. It's preventing the door from working as a door. There we go. Alright. And the last thing I wanted to do is to just tidy up the walls so that I do have perimeter security and maybe replace the slug turret. If you're wondering, Frostalban runs created a infographic about the family tree of Wendigos. So if you really want those questions answered, just hop on Discord. He shares the infographic once or twice a week, and it has the entire family tree and genetics of every single person that has ever been part of this community, which makes it really easy to track, like who's the oldest, join date, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's a very, very cool graphic and has a lot of information, so if you're curious about that stuff. Oh, really? I just can never... It never ends. And they landed on top of me. I don't see the shadows. Who would they land on? Who are they landing on? Oh! Hey! It worked! My bait beacon! They landed on the bait beacon. See? I think this is the first time the bait beacon has been handy this series, but this is exactly what the bait beacon does. This beacon here is the oldest installed beacon in the community, in the colony, and is not roofed and has an adjacent open spot. So this is a pod rep raid that decided to target a beacon, and they targeted my bait beacon, which is of absolutely no consequence. Right? It's outside the walls, and it's worthless. It's useless, right? I guess I'm going to stream a little bit longer, which sucks for me, because I'm responsible in my family for making dinner, and I won't be doing that just yet. But let's go behind the walls. And mechs behind the walls. And I'm going to cook these raiders, because that's going to be fun for me to do. So, west door is not open. So if the west door isn't open, Wendy, you're going to have to be a valid target until the west door is open. So jump, because there's no time to waste. So she's the valid target now for this raid, while Bryzit preps the Inferno. Yeah, I'm cooking raiders instead of for my family. Oh, you're all brawlers? No, there's... What is B? Cathanon, what is B? don't know. Oh, biocoded, right? I bet it's biocoded if I check. No. Nah, I don't know. Whatever. Beast for bang bang. So they're almost all brawlers. Another thing I'm going to have to remember to do is, in subsequent fights, I'm going to have to leave mass. Oh, the game is trying to sign a hotkey. I'm going to have to remember to leave mass out of these fights because mass is so not upstairs right now. That in terms of combat effectiveness, ranks at about a 0. You know, are they brawlers without shield belts? Yeah, they're brawlers without shield belts. I'm going to light the short path on fire and send my mechs to the fight zone. And that means that mass can join this fight because it's going to be an easy one. Nope, don't fire. If it's a short fight, I'm not even going to set a fire on because that just pisses off Wendy, and the last time that happened, Wendy brained someone and made them handicapped. So let's just do good old-fashioned murder them. Some of them have shield belts, but that's not really going to matter to me, I don't think. Oh, it's an orbital imperial trader. Generally, the orbital traders have a lot more interesting things than the ground traders, so I'm going to trade with them while I wait to amass everybody. So let me just position Die, because Die is about to be drafted elsewhere. So Mass, you're coming down here. Bryzit, you get over here. Cactus, I don't know what the hell you're doing, but oh, this door is open. Hang on a minute. That changes the battle equation considerably. Sorry, door's closed. Oh man, this wall is about to go pop. Okay, and the wall's popped. Alright, guess we're fighting here. Unfortunately, I don't have enough side focus for Berserk on the leader man, so I'm just going to fall back and fight them. Here, let me turn red now. Fight them the old-fashioned way. In the streets. There goes one. Alright, mechs. Now, we know they're brawling, so that is a bit of a weakness. Mass really needs to, like, hang back, because Mass is... Again, not really upstairs. Bryzit, you do have some stuns, so I'll slow them down that way. Start firing. And I'm going to start releasing urchins because I need cannon fodder now that I'm missing some things. So I didn't want to have to use my steel this way, but I'm going to need to. It's why I have a War Queen anyway. There goes Zandy. Oh, what now? Structure treasure? Okay, that's fine. Thought it was going to be more battle. So as you can see, the war urchins are working exactly as I'd like. Totally forcing the pod drop raiders to fight temporary people that I don't care about, allowing me to shred. Even my backup plan is a pretty good plan. Mechs, you all can go to sleep. And then Wendy and Bryzit are going to continue. Female 28. Oh, you. Unlucky for you. Look to be genetically tasty. And this is a 16-year-old female, so if one doesn't survive, the other one will. Hopefully. Here. You're stunned. Nope, killed her. Okay. Let's go for Milla then. If I really wanted her, I would melee, but, like, I'm too lazy to melee. Okay, come on, get back here. And you're dead too. Well, there's Zandy that I could steal sperm from. I guess that's a, I don't know, consolation prize. So, capturing. Nope, yeah, don't need that stockpile anymore. Or that one. Growth moment. Oh, fast walker. Hey, not bad. Could be worse. You're off to a good start. And then Zandy, if you are going to be a donor, I am going to need to pacify you. I still need to trade with the Imperial Trader, but I want to get to a point where I have perimeter security before I end it. I like to end streams in a situation where, like, I can pick up next stream where it's not confusing and in the middle of chaos and mayhem unless it's unavoidable. Oh, am I having a power outage too? Yeah, I am. It's all these waste packers, man. They do drain like crazy. And then, paired with it being nighttime, there goes all my power. No, that door's already back. That was fast. And Kish is patching up the slug turrets. One of the things I could do with the slug turrets to prevent that same issue again is to, like, drain here and put in a wall there to protect the turrets from potential brawlers getting through. Because I did lose I did lose one slug that way. Given I'm having a brownout, I'm just going to sacrifice this grow zone so that the brownout doesn't affect more than what I want it to. Wow, that's still not enough power. Yeah, I'm gonna have to expand the power grid, clearly. Did the other generator get repaired? It did. I just panned over to it and checked. I could add one here to this geyser. Oh, and the Diabolus is back. God, it's fast. Actually, this is just a cabling issue. I don't know why, but these were just turned... Oh, because I double-clicked here and it... Okay, I understand. Alright, walls are repaired. Wendy is maximum happy from all that killing. Marauder is back in service like nothing ever happened. A glorious benefit of fast gestation. And here is the last trade. So this is the orbital trader. Please have something useful. So they're selling elongated fingers. I already have that. Bald, I have that. Slow study, don't care. These are all the fail eggs. Free willed or hunger pangs? Hunger pangs is not that big of a deal because I have nuclear stomachs. And free wilder means that anyone can use it, it doesn't bind. But I think the cost for the benefit is just not quite there. So I'm going to pass over that. I don't believe I have an Eltex robe though, right? I'll buy that. And then everything else is done. Yeah, I didn't have a robe. So the only problem with the bait beacon, when it works, it's amazing, but it does mean that all my stuff gets sent out there, which is often annoying. Okay, this is, I think, where I am going to leave off now. Thank you for tuning in to The First Wendigo, which originally streamed live on Twitch February 12th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Wendigos,